Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. How do you really know you've found the right person? Not the one who gives you butterflies, not just the one who fits your list, but the one your soul recognizes. The one who brings more peace than passion. The one who shows up not just in romance, but in growth, in faith, in quiet understanding. Maybe you've asked this in the silence of your prayer mat. Maybe after heartbreak, or maybe you've met someone and something in you whispered, "This is different." This video isn't just about love. It's about divine alignment, emotional markers, and sacred signs that show up when the right person enters your life. We'll share stories, real ones, from people living in war zones, refugee camps, quiet villages, and bustling cities. We'll look at how their stories mirror signs from the Quran, and how you can recognize these signs in your own life too. This isn't just about love. It's about spiritual alignment, peace in the soul, and real connection. What was the moment you knew someone was meant for you or wasn't? Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. Sign number 1. They bring you peace. One of the clearest signs you've found the right person. Isn't that your world becomes perfect? It's that even when your world is falling apart, they feel like peace. The Quran describes this so beautifully in Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. And among his signs is that he created for you mates from among yourselves, that you may find tranquility in them. Not stress, not uncertainty, not confusion, but tranquility. It's not about fireworks, it's about stillness, about sitting beside someone in total silence and still feeling held. Real story. In the midst of one of the hardest moments in modern Egypt, a young nurse shared a quiet, powerful story. After months of working night shifts during violent protests and medical shortages, she couldn't sleep anymore, not even for an hour. Her hands shook, her mind raced. Then one evening, her fiancé came to visit. He didn't bring flowers. He didn't try to fix everything. He just sat with her, turned off the lights, held her hand, and she fell asleep. 8 hours, uninterrupted for the first time in months. "I didn't need answers," she wrote. "I needed peace. He brought it." In that moment, he became a living sign of that Quranic promise, that you may find tranquility in them. Peace isn't the absence of problems. It's the presence of a person who makes your heart calm in the middle of chaos. Can you describe a moment someone's presence gave you unexpected peace? Share it in the comments. We might feature it in a future video. Sign number 2. You grow in faith together. One of the most profound signs you've found the right person is when they don't just hold your hand, they help raise your soul. When you're with someone who reminds you of your Creator more than the creation, that's love rooted in something eternal. Quranic connection. The Prophet Muhammad once returned from the cave of Hira, shaken by the first revelation. And who did he turn to? Khadijah, his wife. She didn't question him, she didn't fear him, she believed in him before anyone else did. She said, "Never. By Allah, Allah will never disgrace you." She comforted him, reassured him, and stood beside him through every stage of the divine mission. Her faith in Allah and in him became his foundation. Real story. Today, in a small apartment in Indonesia, a married couple has been quietly live streaming their daily Quran memorization. They don't go viral, they don't ask for followers, they simply sit down each day, recite, correct, and motivate each other. One viewer commented, "Watching you makes me believe that love can be sacred." that I can find someone who doesn't distract me from God, but brings me back to Him. This is what it looks like to grow in faith together. To compete not in ego, but in worship. To make your relationship a bridge to paradise. The right one helps you grow spiritually, without competition, only elevation. Have you ever grown closer to God because of someone in your life? Tell us how. It could inspire someone struggling. Sign number 3. They support you when the world doesn't. The right person isn't just someone who cheers you on when you're winning. They're the ones still standing next to you when you've lost everything. When the world turns its back on you, they turn closer. Their loyalty doesn't depend on how much you have, but on who you are when all you have is faith. Quranic connection.
One of the most powerful examples in the Quran is the story of Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. She lived in a palace, but her heart belonged to Allah. When she saw the truth in Musa, Moses, she believed in him, even though it meant defying her own husband, one of history's most brutal tyrants. Despite torture, isolation, and public shame, she remained firm in her support of truth. She prayed, "My Lord, build for me a home with you in paradise." Surah At-Tahrim 66:11. She chose loyalty to faith and righteousness, over comfort, over power, over fear. Real story, in Gaza, a woman recently shared a short video. The 4th time their home was destroyed, she stood in the rubble, dust on her hijab, holding her husband's hand. With tears in her eyes, she said, "He never let go." Not the first time, not the second, not even now. My home isn't these bricks. It's Him. They started rebuilding again the next day, together. No blaming, no walking away, just quiet support. That's the kind of presence that transforms suffering into strength. It's easy to support someone at their best. The right one shows up at your lowest. What's a time someone stuck by you when no one else did? Drop a heart and their name below. Sign number 4. Disagreements don't break you. Disagreements are part of every relationship. They test patience, understanding, and love itself. But the difference between a relationship that breaks and one that grows is how those disagreements are handled. Quranic connection. The Prophet Muhammad and his beloved wife, Aisha, R.A., had moments of disagreement and tension. Normal for any couple. Yet, they always resolved their differences with kindness, patience, and mutual respect. Rather than letting conflict fester, they communicated openly and with love, showing us that disagreement need not mean division. Real story. Recently, a video from Syria went viral. A couple, living amid the harsh conditions of war, argued quietly about how to ration the last few meals they had. Voices rose, but never crossed the line. Then, suddenly, the tension broke. Laughter filled the room. They ended by praying together, hands clasped, thankful for what they had. In that moment, their conflict became a bridge to deeper connection, not a wall. Conflict is inevitable, but with the right person, it's never destructive, it's constructive. If you've ever learned something powerful from a disagreement with someone you love, tell us. How did it grow you? Sign number 5. They make you want to be better. The right person does more than love who you are today. They see the best version of you, sometimes even before you see it yourself. They challenge you, not to change out of fear or pressure, but to grow because they believe in your potential. Quranic connection. Consider the story of Prophet Joseph, peace be upon him. Thrown into prison, misunderstood and betrayed, he didn't let his circumstances define him. He grew in wisdom, patience, and character. Those around him, prisoners, rulers, even strangers, recognized his noble spirit and sought his guidance and friendship. They loved the man beyond his position because they saw the potential within.
Real story. A woman in Morocco recently shared a personal story on social media. Her husband's quiet patience and gentle reminders inspired her to leave behind habits like gossip and envy. Instead, she began volunteering in her community and focusing on charity. She wrote, "He never told me what to do. He just lived in a way that made me want to be better." That's the power of the right person. They don't just accept who you are. They reflect who you could become. The right person doesn't just accept who you are. They reflect who you could be. Tag the person who challenges you to be your best self. Let them know their impact. Sign number 6. Your dua feels answered. Sometimes, the right person feels less like chance and more like destiny, like an answer to a prayer whispered in the deepest part of your heart. Quranic connection. The prophet Zechariah, peace be upon him, prayed for years for a righteous child, someone who would carry on faith and goodness. His dua was answered miraculously with the birth of Yahya, John, peace be upon him. A child born against all odds, a living blessing sent by Allah. Real story. In a Jordanian refugee camp, a man prayed silently for 5 long years, for someone who sees him, who understands his pain and hopes. One day, a woman working in the aid camp crossed his path. She saw beyond the hardships. They married quietly, their union a quiet testament to answered prayers in the midst of struggle. When it's right, it doesn't just feel good, it feels sent. Have you ever felt like a relationship was an answered prayer? Tell us how you knew. We've shared 6 powerful signs that show you found the right person. They bring you peace, even in chaos. You grow in faith together. They support you when the world turns away. Disagreements don't break you. They build you. They inspire you to be better. Your dua feels answered in them. But here's the truth. Love isn't just luck or chance. It's divine alignment, a meeting of hearts and souls designed by Allah's wisdom. And this love isn't only romantic. It can be a friend who lifts you, a sibling who stands by you, a mentor who believes in you. It's about becoming the kind of person the right people can recognize and cherish. You don't find the right person. You become someone the right person can recognize. Which sign spoke to you most? Comment the number, or tell us a sign we missed. If this video was helpful to you, please share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you learned. Your support helps a lot to spread the message and grow this community. Barakallahu fikum.